Hi everyone, my name is Emily and I'm from Michigan. I have a great story to share with you. But first, please like and subscribe. I grew up on a beautiful piece of land with my older sister Rose. Our parents were super successful real estate investors, which meant they could afford to give us everything we wanted, except their attention. But Rose always invented games for us to play to keep me distracted. We spent all of our time in the woods at the edge of our property. I didn't care what we did. I just loved being with her. In the spring, a little creek running through the woods would fill up so high that we couldn't get across it safely. Let's build a rope bridge to get across.
It'll be like our own private kingdom, just for us.
It was magical. Sometimes the boy up the road from us, Ethan, would join our games. He was a year older than me and a year younger than Rose, and he followed her around like a hopeless puppy.
You got a bug in your hair. Ew, where? Right here.
I was super protective of Rose and always jumped in to fight Ethan off with my pretend sword.
Hey, don't mess with my sister. Or else what? It's okay, Em. You don't have to worry about me. It's the older sister's job to be the protector, remember?
But as we got older, Rose began spending more time on her own. We were still close, but a gap had opened between us. Can we go play in the woods? I'm busy today, Em.
Come on. You can be the queen and I'll be your royal servant.
Go ask Ethan.
It's not the same, Rose. Please.
I said not now. She stormed upstairs and slammed the door.
I don't get it. Why doesn't she like me anymore?
Don't worry, sweetie. Your sister's only growing up and she has things keeping her busy. She still loves you. I didn't like the change much, and I wasn't ready to grow up yet. So I still went on our enchanted kingdom in the woods by myself. But then one day, everything changed. It was a beautiful spring day, and after school, I threw my backpack in the house and ran towards the woods. Rose was still walking up the path to the house. Come on, Rose. It's a glorious day. Too good to stay inside. Maybe later. I have to finish my homework. Finish it later. Come play with me. Later, Em. Promise. I was disappointed, but I went to the woods without her anyway. But seconds after I'd stepped onto the rope bridge, it suddenly snapped and I fell into the water. My arm hit a rock and I felt blinding pain. I tried to grab hold of something to stop myself, but the current was too strong. I tried screaming for help, but I knew no one would hear me. Just then, I spotted Ethan running down to the shore ahead of me and climbing onto a rock in the creek. As I came close to him, he grabbed me and pulled me out of the water. Oh my God, are you okay? You saved me. Can you walk? I think so. He helped me back to my house where my parents and Rose rushed out to me. Emily, what happened? I slipped and fell in the creek. My arm hurts really bad. Ethan saved me. Oh, my baby. I'm so glad Ethan was there. Rose looked too shocked to even speak, but I pressed her hand reassuringly. Luckily, I only had a broken arm and a minor concussion. I rested at home for a week with my parents fussing all over me, which felt really nice. I especially got a lot closer to Mom, who wanted to be near me all the time, and we'd even watch YouTube videos together every evening. Thank God for YouTube. But Rose was strangely absent, and I couldn't help feeling hurt by her coldness. Couldn't my sister take out some time for me even now? When I returned to school, it pinched me to see Rose laughing and talking with her friends, enjoying her life. But anytime I tried to talk to her, she made some excuse and ran away. I had to wear a cast for weeks, and after that, a sling for months. Learning to write with my left hand instead of my right was hard, but Ethan would help carry my books and supplies to school and back. He hung out with me every evening, and Rose ignored us both completely. What was her problem? One day after Ethan left, I barged into her room. What did I ever do to you, Rose? It's like you hate me now, and you won't even talk to Ethan. Why are you being so weird and distant with everyone? Emily, I don't hate you. I'm just dealing with something right now. What is it? You know there's nothing you can't talk to me about. Okay, it's Ethan. I've liked him for a while now, and recently I asked him out, but he rejected me because, well, he's gay. What? Are you sure? Yes, of course. He told me so. But you can't say a word to him because he made me swear I wouldn't tell anyone. He's not ready to come out yet. But yeah, I just feel a little depressed about that, and I can't be around him right now. I had no idea. I can stop hanging out with him if you want. It can be just us again. No, he needs a good friend around. I'll get over it soon. I just need some space, okay? I was shocked about Ethan, and a little hurt because I always thought we were close friends. But he told Rose instead of me, and I gave Rose the space she needed. In the halls of our high school, she would brush by me like a stranger. Ethan saw it too, and one day, he asked me about it. Did you and Rose have some fight? I wanted to tell him I knew about him rejecting her, but I didn't want to break Rose's trust. I thought maybe if Ethan and Rose could talk, things would go back to normal. I don't know. I really wish I could reach her, but hey, maybe you could talk to her for me. Sure, I can try. Thanks, and be understanding with her. She's obviously upset about something. Later that week, Ethan brought Rose her favorite candy and walked up to her locker. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but moments later, I saw Rose's face turn angry, and she pushed him hard to the floor. Just stay away from me and mind your own business. Rose stormed away, and I was shocked at her behavior. I helped Ethan up and took him to the fountain outside. I have no idea why she reacted like that. Listen, Ethan, I know you're not ready for anyone to know, but I swear I'll keep your secret. I think Rose is still really hurt that you rejected her. Huh? What are you talking about? It's okay, Ethan. She told me everything about you being gay and not wanting to be with her. She said that's why she stopped hanging around us. I thought maybe if you two talked again, things could be normal, but clearly I was wrong. Emily, whoa, hold on. I'm not gay, and that never happened between me and Rose. She just stopped talking to me out of the blue, and she pushed me just now because I told her she wasn't being a good sister to you. Huh? I don't understand. Why would she make up this lie? I was determined to get to the bottom of this, so later that day, I confronted her about it. I know Ethan isn't gay, Rose, and he never rejected you. So what's really going on? Ugh, I'm busy, Emily. I don't have time for this right now. That's the thing. You never have time anymore. You used to be the best big sister, but you changed into this cold, uncaring person who makes up lies and excuses to stay away from me. Now you're awful. Yep, I'm awful. So that's why I stay away. And I don't know why you're dying for my time and attention. Maybe it's time you grow up and do something on your own for once. So just leave me alone. And a week later, she left for college. I tried to keep in touch, but she didn't seem interested. So eventually, I gave up. I went to a college close to home and enrolled in an environmental studies program, using our woods as my own personal research lab. Ethan had left town for university too, but he'd visit often and we'd catch up in the woods just like old times. And one fall evening, he told me that he liked me, but I always thought you had a thing for Rose. I did have a childish crush on her, but that was so long ago. I think I've kind of been in love with you for a while now, Em. I keep coming back for you. He kissed me under an ancient sycamore tree, and it was perfect. One day as I was raking our lawn, I saw a luxury sports car drive up to the house, and Rose stepped out. She was beautiful and sophisticated. Everything I was not, but I didn't care. Rose was finally home. I ran to her like we were kids again, covered in dirt after spending hours gardening, but she immediately stepped back. You aren't gonna hug me like that, are you? No, of course not. I'm just so happy to see you is all. Yeah, well, I don't intend to stay long. I have a business opportunity for Mom and Dad. You must have heard. I got into real estate too, and I'm doing really well. We went into the house where my parents were evidently expecting her. They hugged Rose, but it was stiff and awkward, almost like strangers. I left the room to clean up, and when I returned, Rose was finishing her presentation to my parents. I think you will see that this is an amazing opportunity for not only you, but for the people of this town. I must say, I'm impressed. What's going on? Rose has made an offer to buy this property from us. It has a lot of potential. Once we clear out the forest, we can use the available land for commercial properties, restaurants, a shopping plaza. What? You're gonna cut down the woods? Well, yes, of course. All that land is otherwise wasted. And you two are okay with this? Honey, this is just how business is done. What about the environmental impact? What about the animals who live here? Ugh, Emily, don't be so emotional about this. It's a great chance for this town to finally move forward. Move forward? Did you ever think maybe the town is okay with where we're at? Maybe you're the only one who wants to move forward all the time. I stormed out of the house. How could they do this? How could she do this? I returned sometime later from the woods to find Rose standing on the porch talking on the phone. Yes, it's almost done. Yes, of course. Let me call you back. My little sister looks like she wants to yell at me again. She ended her call and sighed. Go ahead, Emily. Tell me how horrible I am. I just don't understand. The woods are full of magic. Our magic. Why would you want to tear this all down? Doesn't it mean anything to you? Do you really need more money? It's not about the money. Then what? Don't you remember the robins in the trees? The way the sunlight looks on a summer morning? The fox tracks in the winter snow? The sound of our creek running in springtime? It's like you want to destroy our past. Of course, you want to preserve it like some shrine. I swear, the day you fell was probably the best day of your life. After that, you've always had Mom and Dad's constant love and attention. And I'm the awful older sister who let you go there by yourself and almost let you die. And they never let me forget it. What are you talking about? When did Mom and Dad ever say anything to you? They did, Emily, just not in front of you. They always treated me differently after that. And it didn't matter anymore if I had the best grades or achieved anything. They just never noticed me like they noticed you. And I can't really blame them. I blame myself. But finally, I seem to have done something to make them proud. For the first time, I really saw the sadness behind Rose's eyes. Rose, if our parents made you feel that way, then they owe you an apology. It was an accident, and I don't think much about that anymore. What I think about are those hundreds of other days we spent there, just me and you. I would give anything to have that again. For us, for our children, this isn't about preserving our past, Rose. It's about securing our future, together. I'm sorry, Em. I've wanted to tell you all this for so long. I know I've hurt you a lot, but I just thought that if I stayed away, I wouldn't be responsible for anything that happened to you. I'm really sorry. There's nothing to forgive, Rose. The woods have always been special, but it's you who made them that way. I just want my sister back. For the first time in years, we stood together, watching the sun set behind the trees.